Alright guys, so we're doing a build on this. I've did all the engine checks and made sure that that's all good. See my previous video for that. I'm going to be digging into the front end here. This front end is pretty nasty. We got blown fork seals everywhere. We got just crap built up. We got this cable all rigged up. We got this garbage going on here. So I got a new braided brake line for it. I got new brake pads. I got new fork seals. We're going to go ahead and pull the front wheel off, pull the forks off. I got new steering stem bearings up here because there's a ton of play in there. So we're going to get this whole front end buttoned up, and that's where our video is going to be about today. So let's get started. I'm going to loosen these over tightened 10 millimeters over here. Good Lord. Thank God they didn't strip them being that freaking tight. Some strips now. And that's how you get that when it's stripped. That's what these are for. Alright, so we got play in the fork tube itself. Yep. And we got play in the head tube, which is horrible. So let's pull these fork legs off right here. We got 10 millimeters on both sides. Look, this is why it's flopping around. It's not tight. Makes it easy to take off. Whew. They're rough. Nasty. Alright, put new steering stem bearings in here, so let me get it all wiped down and cleaned up, and then we'll tackle that. Alright guys, so I'm using this park tool here, and I want to show you something interesting with the CR. You can't put it all the way down underneath the actual race in the bottom here, because of the way that this is set up, it's too wide. So I have it just grabbing the lip. I remove the bearings out of it, okay? You can barely see it there. It's just grabbing that little lip, and it's working. It's pulling it up. Let me show you. There we go. It's off. Boom. Alright guys, so getting the headset back buttoned up here. We're going to take the dust seal that comes in the kit. With this kit, both the bearings, top and bottom, are the same, so don't worry about it. I'm going to take a little bit of grease here that it comes with. It comes with pivot work grease. So we'll just use this. And I'm going to put a little bit of grease around the stem right here where it's going to be sliding on, just to help it slide on easy. A little bit inside the bearing. Now you want this to go on straight. I'm using a seal driver, a bearing driver here. It's a Crown race bearing driver. Alright, so that's bottomed out, but it's not in all the way. I'm going to use the old one just to push it in all the way. Now I'm just going to do the same for the top. Alright guys, so I'm going to be doing some fork seals on these dual cartridge forks here. So this is the kit that I'm using for this one. Again, this is 2005 Honda CR250. Alright, so I just want to show you the difference here of, here's a clean section here. This is above where the fork seals rub and everything, and this is where the fork seals rub. Okay, so you can see the difference right here. So I'm going to show you what I use to clean them up, and I'll show you how I do it. It's a pretty cool idea. I can't take credit for it. I learned it from somebody else, but I want to show you what it looks like. Alright, so what I have here is a drill, and this is the adjuster here, and I wrapped some tape around here so that it would fit tightly inside of the stanchion tube. Alright, so I'm going to take this, stick it inside of here, okay? Just kind of jam it in there. Now I got this set up here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some This is 1000 grit sandpaper. Okay, it's 1000 grit wet. I'm going to spray it down with some lubricant on here. So I'm going to spray some lubricant on here. Okay, now I'm just going to sit here and spin it, kind of at a medium speed, and just work it up and down. Alright guys, so there we go. The mark that we were looking at before is right there, and you can barely see where the marks were now from the seals. Okay, so it's nice and polished, and this is 1000 grit sandpaper. This one was a little rougher than the other one, so I used red Scotch-Brite first, spinning it the same way, and then I used the 1000 grit sandpaper on it to just finish polishing it up. So it's nice and smooth. Should work out perfect. Let's get it back together. Alright guys, so the front end is done. We got the new levers on, the braided brake line, we got the system bled, we got new head tube bearings on here, forks to rebuild, we got new pads in the caliper, got that all cleaned up there, got new bearings in the wheel. I'm waiting for my tire to come in, and the plastic kit, whatever I decide to go with for there, waiting on that, and the fork guards as well. So the next thing I'm going to do is going to be moving on to the rear. You can see I got the truant stand set up there. So let's get that knocked out and just keep moving on with this bike, guys. Hopefully you hit the link at the top of the screen here so you can get to the rest of the build videos that I did for this CR250. And I will see you guys on the next one.